man forgot you. Holy shit, bro. This is more entertaining than what you guys are watching. I can guarantee it.
Intel 12900K. It's slowly coming onto the screen.
So 12800K.
That's not such a thing. Hit you.
Man.
6000 megahertz. DDR5 RGB. 32. Well, actually, DDR5 32 gigabytes. 2x16 gigabytes. Yeah. And why does it still look like horrible? You know what? I'll figure it out once I type.
Oh, it is.
Actually, now I'm like, hold on. Did I actually just have
It does look
this?
kind of like Minecraft text.
And it's like not moving. Is it too many word?
Okay.
Kay's not here today. Okay, hold on. Maybe if I delete some words. Okay, it almost makes sense. It's not moving though. I don't know why. Okay.
You know what is moving though? This build.
This build is moving.
We got the motherboard going. I collapsed the bracket down, even though I am gonna replace the entire assembly.
Oh yeah, it doesn't do anything, so it's not. This is very weird. This is very strange.
You hear that new Lord A?
Kinda?
Kinda? You heard it on TikTok radio?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Okay.
What'd you think?
I was not about it, actually.
Oh, no?
I was not impressed.
Okay. Well, damn.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this thing is not going to move, and I don't know why. But I'm giving up. Ooh-wee, okay.
Okay, so tell the people what you're doing to this poor tree again. It sounds like torture.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm learning more and more about plants. Unfortunately, just a little bit too late. So I planted.
One day too late.
I planted that big crepe myrtle, and oh my gosh. And it had circling roots. It was root bound AF, but it was also heavy, and I couldn't really get the roots open. And I kind of just was like, yeah, whatever. And I dropped it in there. So now I got to dig it up so that I can cut open the roots, so that it will have longevity. The thing that sucks though is like I planted it and it's been doing great ever since. Like it's got this nice new growth at the top. I'm like, look at it's like nothing happened because nothing happened. I literally just dropped it into a hole. Like
I'll be right back. I need to.
What's up, Arabian Night? Sorry, we put the motion sensor somewhere. Hey, it's Gavin. Oh, welcome in, Gavin. Sorry, for some reason the little scrolly thing broke, but this is your build. But welcome in, welcome in. We are moving right along. How many builds? Oh, we only got one build today, Hayden. So it's just gonna be a quick and easy little stream. That's also why we're starting a little later. It gave us time to finish up some stuff we were doing. Okay. This has armrests, and they were up, and I wasn't used to that. But yeah. A nice build indeed. Where did Juan go? He's left.
Keep stalling.
Yeah.
Keep stalling.
Well, how was everybody's weekend? I can say over here, it was hot for us. I got into the mid-90s where I live. Yoy.
It was Mother's Day, so.
Oh yeah. Man, that was all this weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that tree's only been planted for like 4 days. I don't know why I'm freaking out. But yeah, I waited until the weekend when it was 90 degrees to mow the lawn. That was a mistake. That was hot. I don't really consider myself someone who like sweats a lot, but after that I was like, oh man. Dang. TGIW indeed. Yeah. We're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. which is good. Apparently this weekend's gonna rain over here, so I'm stoked for that because I don't have to water my lawn. When it's 90 degrees out, I have to water the lawn, and I feel bad about it. You self-driving mower, lol. Dude, I so would, but I've only got like 400 square feet of lawn. It's not a big lawn. But yeah, if I ever did, if I was on like an acre and it was mostly grass, like they got out in the Midwest or the East Coast, oh yeah. I would be on that like ride-on mower with like a knight's helmet and a little like jousting thing, you know, like just to make the neighbors question things.
What happened?
Sorry, the motion sensor thing.
Oh.
I didn't realize it was gonna happen when people walked by that way.
Where is it?
It's on that rack over there.
Oh.
I wanted it to be so that when people open the door, it'd be like, wow. Mainly because I think it'd be really funny if someone really important walked through there and it was just like a fart. Just to like, you know, get you ready for like, and now we're in the IT building.
The Intel team came through again. Hey, what's up, Gavin? This is your build. I'm sure they already told you.
You could get a ride on and be like Austin Powers trying to make the turn. Yeah, yeah. My yard is small too. I have an electric push mower. Yeah, I ended up getting just like a little electric one. And it's fine. It's pretty light to like maneuver around until you start going and then it fills up with the clippings. You gotta obviously get rid of those, but the worst thing is that I made dimensions in my yard not the friendliest to a mower, so it would probably go so much faster if it was just like a perfect square or rectangle, but no, I was like, you know what, 18 inches of clearance between the fence and the garden bed, that makes total sense, right? That's not gonna be annoying to get around. What's up, JB Plays? How you doing?
You. How's it going?
The one and only. Indeed, indeed. Welcome in, Chili One.
Hello, hello. Another week.
Do you think my Sketch Omega will run ready or not? Fine. Ready or not has good graphics? I think so.
Omega? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Chili One? How's it going?
It's hot here. Oof.
That sucks, because it's kind of... I don't know what it is over here.
It cooled down, but we had a heat wave this weekend into the mid 90s.
It wasn't nice.
Yeah.
Not nice.
I had to ditch the Renaissance Fair because I was like, it's like not a bunch of bathrooms, tons of people, heat, water's $10 and you gotta wait in a line for it. And I was like, it doesn't sound like a good idea.
But they also feed you beer and like make eye contact with
You have to pay for the beer.
Yeah, but they pour it into you
That's true.
like while making eye contact.
It was a little cooler on Sunday. But
Have you seen this?
no, I don't.
Like dudes be like, I just fell in love at the Ren Fair.
Were the bathrooms clean? I don't know. I didn't get to go.
No, sanitation wasn't exactly a priority back then.
Is it raining a lot in California? It's kind of back to that, like, only on the weekends for some reason. But almost always on the weekends.
I can't explain it.
Not this last weekend because it was really hot, but we're going to get rain this weekend.
Oh my god.
And we got it the previous weekend before then. Dude, I'm not even mad because when summer comes, I don't know what the heck I'm going to do about it.
I am, because it's like humidity rain. It's not comfortable.
Oh, I know. I love that. Are you kidding me? I opened my window. It was raining outside, and I was like, yes, I'm back in the redwoods. Like, yeah. You don't understand, though. I live very close to the desert, and so my nose hurts all the time.
It's a different biome.
Because it's so dry there. It'll be like, 10% humidity, and like, you know, you go to blow your nose, and it's just all blood, and you're like, okay, cool, this is where I live. I'm not even lying. This is my life. So when it gets really humid, I'm living.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, really humid in the desert. It's probably normal.
I mean, it's cold.
Yeah, it's probably regular.
It's raining a lot in New Jersey. Nice. Yeah, you guys get some good rain out there. I'm hoping I'll get enough to like make my grass put like really good roots down so that it can survive the summer.
Is this the grass of the summer?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know who Jeff DeVoe is? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Do you know? Where's the 420 AIO? Oh, now it's moving totally fine. What happened? I literally just had to leave it alone and it fixed itself? Why can't everything in life be that way?
Some things are.
Yeah. Sick build, thank you. Yeah, I looked up who's the owner of Skytech Gaming. He came up. Oh, yeah, he's not the owner.
Not the owner.
But you get close to it. Yeah, you're on the right path. And the guys were talking about maybe doing a camping trip.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, oh man. All I can think about is all the things I want to cook. I was like, you guys haven't seen camping until I bust out the cast iron and cook it all. Like, about to blow your mind. How good do you think this would run COD? Very good. I was like, with the 5070, like pretty darn good. COD can be kind of demanding, like graphically, but you wouldn't have a hard time getting like smooth frames with this, especially if you're playing on 1080. All he'd do is build PCs. It's true.
That's all I do.
That is actually his job.
That is all I do, bro.
So
Wake
just
up,
keep building them.
build PCs.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining though.
Yeah, it is CPU intensive, but the 12900K is not a slouch, so I wouldn't worry about too much there. There's faster clock speeds you could potentially have, but I mean the cores, this CPU is not going to be stressed. Yeah, my favorite like breakfast thing to make while camping is I crack a bunch of eggs ahead of time and I put them in like a tupper, and then I just like spill them out onto the griddle there, you know. Cook you a little egg, like one serving at a time, right? Cook the egg up. I put a little cheese on it for you. I usually bring like tomatoes or like Ortega chilies, like anything else you might want on this thing, right? And I cook that on the griddle also, and then I get an English muffin. And I stack everything on the English muffin there, and then I toss that a couple times in the griddle so you get that, like, it's warm, it's like oily, it's delicious.
Sounds good.
Yeah. It'll change your life.
You got that outdoor McDonald's.
That I do, man.
What's up,
Is that good?
LaCroix?
Yeah, that looks way better.
Oh, the shop? Yeah, it's not bad.
I don't think
You want to try
Yes has ever followed
I'll try to
the
eat
question of if a LaCroix is
it? Go
good.
ahead, dude. Pop it open.
Bootleg pizza? Do they sneak pizza into concerts to share with the community?
Oh my god.
That did not. I was like, oh no.
You were like, oh,
Oh,
shit,
no.
fire drill.
My Trump from Pearl
You're
Harbor.
in trouble.
Because I hear that, like, the steam noise. And then I just hear the alarms. I'm like, uh-oh. Am I going to war?
Bro,
It's like, hey.
when we get down to the point where you're the one that's getting drafted, we're in a tough situation.
Yeah. Handy, feel free to move the motion sensor. It might be too sensitive where it's at.
You got too much motion out here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a while.
Oh,
I'm sorry, y'all. We just got too much motion. You know, it's.
we're wildin'. That is my best friend's PC. Nice!
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah, way to show up for your friend. How good will it run Fortnite? Very
Oh,
good.
dude. very good.
Yeah, I was like, Fortnite loves to just keep updating itself into being more and more intensive, especially graphically. But a 5070 will handle it fine. And obviously, if you want more frames, 1080p. Do you guys have Ryzen 7 9800X 3D? We sure do. Are those 140 fans? In this one?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, the side is 140.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, bar trivia this week.
Oh,
Third place.
yeah?
Third place.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, and I knew the final question.
Dang. What happened?
It was Pringles. I just know a lot about Pringles.
What? No, I mean, what
Oh,
events led to
to
third place?
just very lucky, because we started out bad and then we like finished strong. Third place, we're back. We're so back.
We're so bad. Hell yeah, dude. Did you catch that episode this weekend?
Oh, of The Last of Us?
The Last of Us?
Or as Scooby-Doo would say, the Rash of Rush. Rash of Rush. Ro. Rary no. Scoob. Rover. Oh, Clipper. Yeah, I did, sorry. And you know what's I'm sorry, I went on such a random tangent.
I know.
Okay, man, I love Scooby-Doo. Anyways, yes, and what's funny is, I told you I was playing the game, right?
Right.
I played the OG one, and then I was like, hey, I gotta pick up the sequel finally.
Mm-hmm.
And I got caught up to the show in the game.
Hey.
So I didn't have any idea what was gonna happen next. So I kinda got spoiled for the game.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, it was good.
I have not played the game, but a lot of the game lovers, I'll leave it at that, are not enjoying the show.
I mean, a lot of game lovers didn't enjoy the game.
That's true. They're not
either.
enjoying. A complaint that I heard was that it's giving teen drama.
I mean, it kind of is,
It's-
but like that's kind of the point. Like,
Yeah. I need a PS5.
I mean, I'm playing on the PS4.
Yeah,
Did you
but
get
I
one
need
of
a
those?
no.
Oh, okay.
That's I mean, it's not a bad console, but you know, it's time. It's just time.
Yeah. The local trivia here is overrun with cheaters. Yeah, that's what my like every time I tell my dad, he's like, yeah, but you know, people are cheating at those
How do you-
things, and I was like, I don't know, man. The guy's like pretty good at making sure no one's like on their phone.
Oh, I guess that's a way to cheat.
And also like, at this point, I know all the other teams that show up,
Yeah.
and like, you know, varying results every time. So I'm like, okay, if someone was cheating, they'd probably win like every time. But like sometimes you'll see a team who like won last week, like suddenly they're in like 5th on that week, and you're like, man, somebody doesn't know anything about American geography, do they? Like,
The competitive side really comes out, huh?
yeah.
Over
Well,
there.
here's the thing, man. We were one spot away from this like season of getting entered into the finals, which competes for $1,000.
Whoa!
Yeah. So now we're trying to get into that finals this season.
What if they just start showing with those? They start showing up with those AI pendants.
I don't know what that is.
You haven't seen those shit?
No.
It's like it's a microphone. It's basically a microphone. It just phones home to your phone to ask it generative AI questions.
Why? Why does anyone need that?
I don't know, dude. It's a shit. And, you know, more solutions in search of a problem. But I guess the solution in this one could be cheating at bar trivia.
Yeah.
But then they still lose because
I
generative
don't know.
AI
I
sucks.
never understood the idea of cheating at any kind of game, because it's like, no one's gonna marry you because you won bar trivia. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you get a gift card to the same bar. Woo.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless you win that 1,000. Yeah, mine's a 4070 Ti Super and too much cash for that thing. It is $3K. Woo! Rate the build, 1 to 10. I think this is a solid 7, actually. Like, definitely like high mid-tier. Obviously, there's like bigger cards out there. You make it an 8 by going to a 5080 or a 4080 Super, you know, things like that. A 10 with a 5090. But like overall, yeah, this thing slaps. And like, LGA 1700 Intel was really fast, very powerful. It was hot. The 12.9 doesn't have that issue though. 12 Gen was pretty chill. So it's like, it's not a bad platform at all to be on. Yeah. What's a good monitor for a laptop? Ooh, that's a
For
good
a
question.
laptop? Oh, that's tough. I wouldn't go too high res.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just depends on what your setup's gonna be. Where are you gonna be plugging that laptop in at? Do you just need something that's like quick and accessible, or like full on battle station mode? Because that's gonna inform like your size monitor and probably your resolution too. Although actually your resolution is probably gonna be decided by the GPU in said laptop.
Alright, so speaking of platform, you said LGA 1700 still pretty solid platform.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on you may not be like super the most knowledgeable on this, but I feel like you would still have a general opinion.
You can just ask the question, dude. Like.
What's your thought on the S55 platform? Of the 2015 to 2018 generation M cars?
My opinion is save your money. You guys don't understand. I'm trying to rein this man's spending in.
I could save. I could get a B58 car instead.
Lon, it's me. I am you from the future, and I've come to tell you, save your money.
I look too skinny to be. I guess I just didn't have money for food. Huh?
Exactly. You needed that money in the future. Look at you wasting away.
Damn, split ends and everything. No, I'm kidding. That's fine. My curls are
You
gone.
can say whatever you want.
I'm kidding.
Everyone who's pet my head says I feel like a little duck. So, you know. You win some, you lose some.
But yeah, so I could do like ones that aren't hit because they're newer. They're not as depreciated, so I feel like that would go into what you were speaking on earlier, that they're gonna depreciate more. Or I can take the older platform.
Just save to buy outright. That's what you need.
No, that's in this economy.
If you can't save to buy outright, why would you put yourself in debt for like a 7-year term?
6-year term.
With a high interest rate, you pay way more over that.
No, who said high? Who said
Oh my
anything
gosh,
about
we are so off topic, and I have so many comments to read.
It's fine. There's no mustache in the future. I know, dude. Where'd it go?
You wised up.
I wised up. Holy shit. Play Metal Gear? What Metal Gear?
I will send a PS5 if you send me a PC.
Shit. What?
Checkmate, I guess.
How old is the PC? How old can it be? I'll go to our eBay pile of scraps.
What's a good monitor that runs 1080p? Because I have a laptop that runs that. Honestly, anything that Samsung does is good. Acer as well. Gigabyte if you're looking for a budget.
LG, life's good.
But I would kind of just look at like, you know, what's in your price range and reviews. It's not to be the best only because I want a monitor, but I still want to try and do it. I would look at Gigabyte then.
Yeah, Gigabyte's also affordable.
What's your thought on the new Superman trailer? I haven't seen it. What? There's a new Superman coming out. What? Wow, I'm like behind on the times.
It's not. Hey, made in Taiwan. I love you, Juan. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome to Made in Taiwan. I haven't jumped over to Twitch yet.
Wow.
So hold on. Dude, you wanted to talk forever about.
Fake out. No, not that.
Okay.
His comment.
Oh yeah, I love you more, Kelsey. Thank you.
Talk forever, bro. It was like a minute.
I was still trying. I haven't even gotten over to the Twitch comments
It was like
yet.
a minute. Here, I got you. How's it going? I'm just kidding.
Bro, how are you gonna say what Metal Gear? Metal Gear Solid. True. Yeah.
There's a lot of Metal Gears, bro. I played Phantom Pain. It was good, but I didn't understand any of the story.
I already have a Samsung monitor. It's the Odyssey G7. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, you would want for nothing with that. Okay, hold on. Jumping over to Twitch.
Yeah, hurry up, because I got more to say.
Oh my gosh. I'm crying over here listening to this nerdy combo. You sound like all my friends. Yep. You can't tell, we're all pretty good friends here, and we're very comfortable.
Yeah.
And we also have just the nerdiest interests.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't understand mouse and keyboards. Mouse and keyboard. Oh, aim. Yeah. Mouse and keyboard aim. You lead too much. You ain't hitting those shots. Yeah. If you've been on like a controller your whole life playing shooters, going over to mouse and keyboard is the worst thing in the world. But once you do it, you can't go back to controller. Ask me how I know. You have the controller where you aim in the auto center after you like the thumbstick. Yep. Watch me miss every shot in The Last of Us, for real. That game was hard too. The first one, they give you very limited supplies. So like every bullet matters, and here I am just being like, dang it! Made me really good at stealthing, because I had to. I had nothing in that game. The person getting this PC is going to be hacking in Warzone. Hacking isn't like genuinely hacking, or like, is that like a...
How do you know this?
I don't know. Depending on who you play with, I'm not sure many people understand the difference in the programs people use to cheat at games. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with them, honestly, myself. Haven't looked into them. If you're beating me using those, I'm not aware. I just am angry. And I can't wait for you to get a MAC address ban.
MAC address. Nice, you're all done. Alright, so let me tell you a little bit about the engine platforms in the M cars. Typically, what BMW would consider their higher end engine always gets put in the full fat M. And then the ones that are like M something something, so like M340, M550, all of those, they'll get the slightly lower engine. That one, because it's in a lot more things, a lot more different platforms, like it's even in the Supra, is supposedly lower cost of maintenance. And lower cost in other ways, like certain mods and whatever are a little bit more affordable. But people like to say it's a lower performance engine. Out of the factory, that could be true, but at this point, with all these like factory turbo cars, it's a question of like literally just flashing like damn near a BIOS update to the car and getting more power. So like those kind of arguments not really valid nowadays. There's like other bolt-ons you can do that are like super easy as well. But yeah, so the S55 is what the cars that I've been showing you have. The pig nose ones that you like, that one has the S58. That one is based on the B58 that's in like everything. The M340s, the Supra. So it's like the M Lite motor, but they made it better for the full fat modern M cars. I'm not really looking at those just because they're like way out of my price range, But S55 car I could afford in theory.
Done?
Wow, you were just waiting for me to stop talking, huh? So what'd you learn?
I learned that you could get a better engine to drive it in traffic next to someone's Mazda 3.
You could get it, yes. I mean, technically, yes.
Do you think the Nissan Altima X2 is going to be like, oh my gosh, this loser has the worst engine?
That's what. See, that's the thing. M340 financially would kind of be the better short-term decision, but who's to say they don't stop depreciating? So at the end of it, I might come out worse. Whereas like a full-fat M3 kind of holds its, I don't want to say holds its value because, you know, but has like a slower decline. And, you know, once I get off of it, I don't lose as much money because of its like notoriety, I guess, for lack of a better word.
What's up, Harutu?
Yo! I'm currently torturing
Welcome
Kelsey.
in, John Juan. That's all good. I'm just like, okay. People asking computer questions.
She's just waiting for me to stop talking.
It's all Greek to me.
It's all what? Gravy?
Greek.
Greek? You like cars?
I not to the point where I know the engines in a BMW that I've never looked at.
You've been in it. Remember when I had the M2?
Yeah, but I mean, I wasn't like under the hood being like, yeah, okay.
You heard the
Writing
cold start.
this down.
You heard that cold start.
Tattooed it on my shoulder.
You heard that cold start though. You're telling me that shit wasn't ferocious?
It was, but you know what else is ferocious?
What?
Like having a place to live, eating food.
Yes, I have that covered.
Not waking up in the middle of the night, like worried about your retirement or like what's
Retirement? Who the fuck thinks about retirement, bro? I'm young. I got like 50 more years for that?
Oh my gosh.
Retirement.
Yeah, about 50 more years at your rate.
What is that supposed to mean? Wait, whoa, what do you...
Yeah, you retire in your late 60s. 50 more years, you'd be like almost 80. Which if you didn't save for retirement is about how long you'd have to work.
See, that's only a problem for people that are planning to turn 30 and higher. But I'm not, so good luck with all that, I guess.
Okay.
What is this conversation?
I'm telling you, man, I was born to be a dad.
I see that. You were. But not a dad who likes V8s, apparently.
Yeah, no. The dad who just worries about money.
Yep.
Yeah.
But speaking of V8s, actually, now that I mention that, so the M3 before the two
There's
that...
so many comments I need to answer.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Whew. Okay. iPhone or Android? Android.
iPhone.
Do all Acer monitors work for a laptop? They should. You want to make sure that your laptop obviously has like an HDMI port. Then, you know, that'll go to the monitor. Or really just, do you really just need an HDMI and plug it in, then change your display between the monitor and the laptop? If you've already got a monitor, you should be able to do that.
Yeah, monitors, as soon as they pick up a signal, they kind of just do it on their own.
Yeah. If they don't, obviously they'll go into your display settings.
Yeah.
Who's hyped for the new Doom? I have actually never played Doom.
I'm looking at the like media that's coming out. Looks interesting.
But I've definitely got some friends here at work who are very hyped for it.
Yeah, I really like the first one. Eternal is in my library, but I haven't gotten to it. Maybe I should.
Because I found a monitor for 120 Canadian and it has 100 hertz. Nice.
Cool.
How good will it run with 240 hertz? I mean, 240 hertz. The thing about getting the high hertz is that it's going to enable you to get up to that much FPS if your system can produce that much in whatever it is that you're running. So, at most, 240 frames per second. But on some games, it won't hit that high. Just regardless of what kind of monitor you put in. Unless, of course, you put in one that has very low hertz, and then it'll be capped at that. I'm 34 and already retired, and I started working when I was 16 at my grandpa's car dealership. I save money now. I just chill all day and game despite the tariffs. I'm not affected.
Damn, that's sick as
This
hell.
could be you!
That's sick as hell.
Yeah. Dude, that's the way, man.
Do you like cars? If you worked at a dealership for so long, can you give me a deal on the M3?
I feel that though. If I had the money to like retire early, 100% I would do that. If it was like retire early or like have and get more stuff,
Like I get bored.
couldn't be me. Okay. No, I feel that too. I feel like I would still like want to like
You need something to
start, but then I would just. I don't know if I necessarily work a job, but I'd probably make a lot of things or like work on a project. I'd make some kind of app or whatever in my meantime, just because I like learning stuff and then applying it.
You didn't seem very eager about learning about the engine.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that. My special interest right now is plants. Keep up. I wonder for 100 hertz monitor that is 1080p, and that's exactly what my laptop runs. Nice. Yeah, then that should be fine. Not a car guy, just detailed cars. He brought them in. Oh. Honestly, that's probably pretty nice work. I don't know. There's something kind of nice about like physical labor that isn't too intensive, but it's just kind of like, yeah, do a thing. I don't know if that made any sense. But you know what I mean? Like, kind of like, okay, here's a task done.
Oh,
looks
yeah,
really
like
nice.
move around a little bit.
It's done, and it's like...
So you're saying, like, not the gym, but, like, watching...
You get the satisfaction of being like, okay, and, like, another one down, kind of. And then here comes another. I don't know. I kind of liked when I used to work on the production line, because it was like... I was like a little monster, though. It was like, how many can I do in a day? Like, oh... I was on top of it.
That's how I feel right now. And it's been nice. It's been cool. I just,
lining up people I don't know. Goodbye, person we also don't know.
See ya.
Oh, no, I actually do know you. Now I feel bad because you're saying to other
Except for
people.
you,
And I was like, I don't know you either. I know you through here, but not like IRL.
Okay, so what can I get that won't set me back?
A savings account.
No,
What?
I want to enjoy the fruits. I can't raise the savings account.
Dude, okay, you can enjoy the fruits. When you see that savings account go up over time, there is no greater joy. Except for maybe like one of those unicorn lollipops. That's kind of
dude. Flooring it at a green light. It's a lot of joy. You definitely get a lot of joy from that.
No, there's nothing like, oh, a big bill came up and you can just pay it. You don't even gotta worry.
That is actually a good feeling.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. That is a good feeling. Stability is good.
Okay. Chronos ain't gonna be a thing anymore. Way most of these companies trying to bust down on people selling cheats in the first place. Oh yeah, I hadn't heard of that one. I've heard of like, obviously, what is it? No, actually, I guess I haven't. I was like, AIM something. One can build PC till he's 80. Yeah, he's gonna be if he buys this.
Shut up. You know, I just might. So much I like this joke.
Look, man, I'm just saying that, like, there was a time when I didn't really see much of a future for myself, so I wasn't planning for one. And then I got to the future, and I was like, oh, dang. Really wish I had planned for one. So...
I'm gonna be the swaggiest 80-year-old man with the fucking M3 competition. Hell yeah.
If you manage to go into tech using cheats, what's your end goal? That's what I'm saying. Is like, woo, you're the best with a bunch of randos? Cool. It's not like you're gonna go pro. They're gonna know. Would you guys recommend a SAG bracket or nah?
Depends on your GPU.
Yeah, I was like, if the SAG is pretty significant, it's probably just gonna bother you to look at, even if it's not actually structurally like a bad thing. So yeah, I'd recommend one then. But even just something simple, Legos, pop figure
Legos.
precariously, you know, perfectly perched under it, things like that, totally work. I joined a casual game of TF2 and lose instantly as I joined.
No. Ouch.
Doom noob, how dare! Welcome to the gardening call. Thank you. I'm now in the I'm speccing into arborists. The arborist tree. Arborist tree. Yeah. You built 30 PCs a day. You did a Kelsey. Yeah.
You get it, Kelsey?
No, you did. I'm guessing it's like golf, you know, where it's like, oh, that was a birdie. That was an eagle.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, at the comic shop I used to work at, my manager did have terms for that, depending on how much money we had in a certain day.
Oh
So
my
especially
God.
during like the holidays that were like really high marks that we would get. And they were all named after like one of us who worked there. So we had a girl named Ruby who worked there, and he'd be like, well, we just popped a ruby. And I was like, Like we hit, X amount of money, and then yeah, you had a term for all of those. It was fun, especially during the holidays where you're miserable.
Beer.
E. Can a 4060 and 5700 produce 240 Hz or 165 at ultra in 1080p? Not in most games. In an older game, yeah, totally. But 4060 getting like 240 frames at ultra, not likely in any of your like modern competitive games. Except for maybe League, but even then I don't think so. I drove a 1988 Jaguar my grandpa gave me. I clocked a little over 200k miles on it. Ooh, got the car in 2007. Still holding on. Nice! I always thought Jags looked really nice, but I've heard that they're like maintenance nightmares. But very cool. Bringing it to 200k is not bad at all. For a Jag. Ironic that like Juan leaves right when I catch up on comments and not like when I'm way behind in them. Hoi yoy. Juan's gonna start building cars next. You would think, like, I feel like that's like the natural progression of that. But I'm pretty sure that like car mechanics don't actually make too much money unless you work at like a specialty dealership. If you work at the Jag dealership, yeah, you're probably making good money. But yeah. Not like at Hyundai. Oh yeah. Man, I had like a little bag of Cheetos, and it kind of made me full for like the whole day. I'm kind of surprised. Maybe I need to eat more carbs. Yeah. But yeah, after I finish The Last of Us Part 2, I might pick up a Resident Evil game, but one of my friends told me that he gets really motion sick from the first person there, but not in any other game, and I'm like, oh, I gotta check that out before I buy. Where's the Stash Master? He just went to get something.
I was missing some bolts, I just want to go get them.
I like old school cars. I'm still looking for a 1985 DeLorean. Oh, good luck.
DeLorean?
Those are very cool, but yeah, people really like to collect them now.
Yeah, they're cool looking.
You know what's crazy? You know what like started to gain some value as a collector's thing? The Pontiac Aztec, because of Breaking Bad. Suddenly people were like, yeah, I want to collect these. Like, okay.
They're really ahead of their time, weren't they?
They were, actually. I will defend the Pontiac Aztec.
Oh my god. I'm really feeling the itch, dude.
Itch to what?
For a new car. And I might get to scratching. I don't know how long I can resist. It's like a scab, you know? I'm just gonna peel it right off.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But if you think this is annoying, try living in here all day long.
Aren't they were good designs but built with cheap materials? Maybe.
Yeah, they were not very well. Their chassis construction is actually also kind of interesting. The frame is shaped like a Y, so they're not. I don't want to say they're not good cars. They are decent cars. They're just not the best for motorsports or high-speed applications. I'll leave it at that.
I don't know though. Sometimes older things, even the old cheap things, are like better than the new things. Like people who are like, oh my gosh, I found this cheap Sears guitar from the 70s. It sounds better than like anything built today. And it's like,
oh no, yeah, for sure. A lot of shit is just made better.
Yeah.
Made with better, higher quality materials. You know, it's just the consequences of chasing the lowest cost.
Let me pop the big question. What do you guys think about the 50 series? Is the 5060 Ti and 5070 worth it? Okay, so totally depends on what you're coming from. So, like, if you've got a 4060 Ti and you're looking at the 5060 Ti, like, pass. Not worth the upgrade. If you got, like, a 4060 and you're looking at the 5070, I would be like, smash. No,
She said it.
oh, okay, but, like, yeah, if you're going from, like, a 4070, if you're going from a 4060 to, like, a 5070, that's a pretty worthwhile upgrade. I would say go for that. 'Cause yeah, but anything that's like too close of an equivalent, and you're just kind of going up a generation, not worth it. Wait until you've got money for a bigger upgrade, or just wait for the next generation, when that upgrade will make more sense. But otherwise, yeah, 50 series is nice, but 40 series still has a lot of like life in it. Don't feel the need to upgrade if you don't need to. Wow, with a 5080, I'm not a billionaire. Let's try. Is a 4090 or 7900 XTX an upgrade from a 4060? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if you went from a 4060 to a 4090 or a 7900 XTX, you'd definitely see an improvement. Just from the VRAM alone, like, yuck.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, no worries. Hello, mate. It's been a while since last time.
Hello.
Yeah, how you been, Loungefly?
How's it going?
Yeah, I was like, we slowed down a little bit, but we're still here. We keep doing these, like, micro streams where we kind of just have, like, one build.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, like, maybe because it's, like, just condensed into that time, we just seem to be, like, way more wild. Like, a little bit more unhinged in them.
Yeah.
I think it's because, like, once you start streaming for, like, 4 hours, you're kind of just like, okay, we talked about everything, and also I want to take a nap. But you're like, I gotta think of a topic. Whereas here, it's like, oh, yeah, I forgot.
Just kind of get it all in before it's over.
Just got my 4060 last year, only one upgrade because of VRAM. I feel that. Then, yeah, only upgrade if you're going to be, I would say, even, like, doubling what VRAM you got currently.
Double it and give it to the next person.
What?
Double it and give it to the next person.
Huh?
The TikTok trend?
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
I'm on Tree TikTok currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what, like, crazy depreciating event is happening? Porsche Taycan.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
49,000.
Dang, get that instead then.
It's a little bit out of my...
Yeah, fair.
Also, the insurance on that? Are you crazy?
Oh, yeah. Don't you like 0 to 60 in 12 seconds? That's what I'm saying, man.
In 12 seconds? That's a bit
Yeah,
slow.
yeah. Yeah, I was like, my Subaru's fast-ish. But that's the way, you know, you just want to ease onto the highway there.
Sure, I guess, if you're 60.
Yeah. I think there are some 5070 Ti's at 900 with Doom game. Not a bad
Cool.
bundle.
Yeah, no, dude, there's some days where, like, even I'm like, holy shit, shut up, dude. I'm just like, damn, Corolla? Or this? Corolla?
You know what I look at sometimes, like recently? I've been looking at like really small trailers.
Oh, yeah?
Like camping ones, you know what I mean? Like, but like the dinky ones.
The little
kind of.
bubble one?
Not quite like a teardrop, because I can't find a cheap teardrop. All the new teardrops are expensive.
Damn!
But like, you know, just kind of one that's got like a little bathroom, a little shower in it, like a little queen size bed, maybe a bunk bed.
A little
there.
queen size bed.
Because it takes up like half of the space.
Yeah.
That you just like pull along. They're like 13,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like I got nowhere to put one, and I need to save money and do a lot more other things. But I was just like, yeah.
For?
But I was like, man, in the future, I was like, maybe so, maybe so. Yeah.
Maybe. Wait, what are you saving for?
Life, dude.
What about it?
Life charges interest.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know, bro. You already did your main mission.
Yeah, and now I gotta maintain the main mission.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Also, just savings in general. one must-have savings one. I'm telling you this.
Must or like is optional? Because I've gotten really far, which is I don't know. I don't want to finish that sentence.
Are you gonna turn it on when you're done building it? Yes. We want to make sure that it lights up.
Maybe because I'm used to I'm used to living my life, a lot of it on the razor's edge. That I just like I'm comfortable there, and I don't
You gotta
see it.
break that habit.
That's what I was telling you earlier. That I was looking at my shit and it didn't even feel real.
Okay, dude. Here's the first thing that you need to buy: a
Yes?
therapy session.
Ah, man, I don't want that. I thought it was gonna be something good.
No. It's like, and you gotta tell everything you're telling me. Tell that to a therapist.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
I
just see what they say.
I see what you're getting.
Yeah, it's like, why do you feel that way?
Therapy's expensive, dude.
Yeah, that's what I said. Cheaper than a BMW.
Maybe.
It's about what games you play to, what CPU do you have, you don't want to bottleneck to. True. Honestly though, you can get rid of most bottlenecks by going up in resolution. Have you ever heard of a chicken drop? No.
No.
I think they still need to add windows so they don't do it here. Yeah. Yeah, that part happens after. After we turn it on, we go, when we put windows on it, all the drivers, stress test it, make sure it runs well. Someone looks and makes sure that everything's, all the fans are spinning and lit up. Buy a camping tent, $200, appears the real deal. I already have one. I have a lot of camping gear, but there's the part of me that's like, man, it'd be great to just like haul a little camper, 'cause like, I feel like I could go for like a week and a half long like trip and just hit up different campsites the whole way there and like not need for anything. I can put some food in the fridge. Like, I could save so much money camping. But yeah, basically unnecessary at this point. Guess I can play Doom early with Game Pass in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Nice!
Hey.
You go to a bar and bet on a 4x4 square with numbers in it with a whole bunch of other people. Oh, interesting.
What?
Huh.
What is this game that you're describing?
Will you do it on stream? Yes. Well, we won't put windows of it on stream, but we will turn it on stream.
Yeah.
Savings overrated.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Trust me, man. Like, it's... I'm you from the future. And then they release a chicken in the 4x4 square, and whatever number it poops on, that number wins the money.
That's
hilarious.
what?
Actually.
Chicken.
I would take that bet. Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I was gonna be like, if I don't listen to myself right now, what makes you think I'm gonna listen to myself from the future?
Yeah, we will sign it, but that Gavin doesn't want that. You want that 5 stars.
Yeah, bro.
So don't worry.
That's only if the owner wants it.
Yeah.
That's the stash master. Thanks, man.
Oh, what's up, Cappy McCappy? How you doing?
Yo, what up?
I usually get a minivan and convert the back for camping stuff. Like, maybe, but the one thing that the camper has that's nice is the, like, little portable shower in it, that if you do go to a place that has hookups, you could potentially get air conditioning and junk. And I feel like the air conditioning would be handy for when I go and take it... Yeah, it'd be for when I take it to go visit my fiance's family in Texas. Because Texas is hot. And I don't like flying, so I want to be able to drive out there instead. And then save a bunch of money by just camping.
Would you ever van life?
Like full time?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Nah?
I would RV life, but I wouldn't van life. Like,
Okay.
I have to have a toilet ready to go at any moment. I'm not
you
living
can't
that
like
life.
fold out something and like it's a bucket and
Nope. No, it couldn't be me. I can't rely on like... No.
Damn, you got that IV shitting?
I don't want to be in one of those situations and just be like, I'm in the parking lot of a CVS. What do I do?
They probably got a bathroom.
What if it's not one that's open 24 hours, huh? What then?
Well, if it's closed, then
And I said, baby,
the whole
it's
world
3
is,
a.m. and I gotta go potty.
the whole world is your potty.
No,
Who's
that's
gonna-
illegal.
I mean, you'll be long gone by the time anyone figures it out.
How would they? It's not like they figure it out. Like, if you got caught, it'd be because you were doing it right there.
Oh,
and
well,
then what
I
are you
mean,
gonna do?
Don't
run?
get caught.
You how?
Don't use your brain. What do you mean how?
Oh man. ChatGPT therapy is free. It's true.
Oh God.
What number is that case? You are looking at number.
You're
Where the
not
heck is
looking
it?
at a
I'm
number.
not looking at number. Where
We're
is
looking
it?
at number 1500. Yay!
Ooh,
Oh, I
even.
like how I cut it out of the frame. Yay!
Very nice.
I don't think that focused, but take my word for it. It's 1500. You were looking at number cables.
How long does it usually take to build one? Usually, about an
About
hour.
an hour. I mean, I'm dilly-dallying, so this is not an
Yeah,
indicator.
this is our only one today, so we're having a nice little amble.
I'm taking advantage to psychologically torture Kelsey
Yeah.
with a taste of my stream of thought, my stream of consciousness. Goddamn.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of peeing,
Yes.
I was driving home yesterday and like there was a guy who had pulled over to like pee on the side of the road.
Uh-oh.
But here was my issue with it. I need to think like, open 2 doors so no one can like see you, but you can obviously see the giant stream below the doors. Here's my problem is that he was on the leftmost shoulder.
Right.
Traffic was slow, but it was moving. And like,
Uh-oh.
not like, oh, we're inching. No, like it was going. It just, you couldn't go like, full tilt. And also, it was right next to giant shopping centers. So I was like, homie, did you try? Like, am I weird for just being like,
It's right there.
you could have just gotten off at that last exit, like, or go to the next exit, which we'll be at in like 3 minutes, maybe.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
That, to the point where you pull over
When you gotta go, you gotta
to
go.
the leftmost side, there was no drainage. I was like, man, that's just gonna sit there and pool. Someone's gonna get into an accident, get out there. And be like, I know, this is the things that plague me.
No.
I couldn't.
God,
I
why do
couldn't,
you have to take it there?
I couldn't wrap my head around the thought process of like, oh, I really gotta pee. I think I'll just do it here.
When you gotta go, you
The
gotta.
traffic was moving. There were stores all around us. Like, you could have walked into the Target. It's right there at the front. I don't know, man.
Some people prefer the scenic.
The scenic. Well, he was giving us the scenic. But also, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's still public urination and illegal.
Yeah.
Why would you take the risk? I don't know.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
With, like, the freeway packed with people. That's the thing, too. Like,
You can't choose where you gotta go.
you can't. You literally can't. Like, I don't understand. It got to that point where you were, like, so desperate. But, like, there were so many stores.
I don't know.
Anyways, this has been my rant. This is my dream PC. Nice.
Good
It's a
Lord.
very good one.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah, don't worry, we're turning it on.
Yeah, in between all this rambling and
A PC was born.
incoherent, just absolute stream of thought consciousness, like, I don't know what to call it, but there is a PC at the end of the tunnel. This build is done.
Done
It is
already.
finished.
Yeah.
It is done already.
Yeah,
Crazy,
sorry,
huh?
Killer, I know you just showed up.
I can do more than just ramble about random garbage.
It's actually impressive that you can build a PC while rambling, because if I was
Thank
rambling
you.
building a PC, you'd see me install and uninstall the same fan like 6 times, because I just autopilot.
It'll get me sometimes, but I've had a lot of practice.
Yeah. What's for dinner? Ooh.
Who knows?
Burger, maybe?
Ooh, that sounds good.
Or... Actually, I think that's it. Yeah, burger, probably.
Burger.
What's up, Unique Carnage? You're just in time
Yo!
for the end.
Carnage, what's up? How's it going, bro?
Okay, well, this PC is done. It is going to go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers that you need to out of the box, it's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We're also going to stress test this, make sure the components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, Gavin, and thank you for ordering from us.
Thank you, thank you.
Lovely PC.
Tell everybody at the
Yeah.
office to call Mustache Master the Stash Master.
Look at that
It's
tempered
official
glass.
Oh my god. That's
Probably
funny.
pineapple pasta. You know what? I would eat a pineapple pasta. Lovely, lovely. Oh yeah, Kelsey needs to save up for Switch 2 to take on camping. Oh man, maybe I do. Yeah.
Ew.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. I believe you saw my build options before me.
When will it ship? Earliest tomorrow. But we still have to burn it first, of course. We have to put Windows on it, all the drivers that it needs, make sure it's working as it should. Nice monologue.
We gotta do that thing, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do all that first. So like, at the earliest, best case scenario, I would say tomorrow. But we don't want to rush it. We want to validate all the parts that it has.
There's always the chance too that one of the parts is just like bad out of the box.
Yeah.
So sometimes, you know, it's like, oh, okay, I think this is some bad RAM. Replace the RAM, run it again, just to make sure that that was what was wrong with it. So that can
Yeah.
sometimes slow things down, but yeah.
Worst case scenario, next week. But regardless, the shipping is pretty quick. You'll
Yeah,
have it back.
probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
Woohoo. What is worse is I knew I would have to wait a bit longer, and now no one knew the true wait. Yeah, that is true. It's a little hard at that point, but yeah. All right, folks. What are you doing?
Going back to work.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Why? Who wants to know?
I don't know. Well, we gotta go back to work. Lon's gotta go build more of these where you can't see them.
Yes, that is my job.
But thank you guys so much for joining us for this brief build stream. We may be back on Friday.
Maybe.
We'll have to see.
It's very unlikely. I'll be honest.
Okay, maybe
probably
not.
If anything, we'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah. But take care of yourself, guys. Have a good one. Get outside. Play some video games. Do something that you have to tell me about next stream. Like,
Oh boy, am I gonna.
yeah. That's your homework. Go do something or play something or, you know, look at
Why?
a tree that you gotta tell me about later.
Well, we just don't have a lot of orders, Killer, for customs. This stream was only one computer long. Usually we get our orders at the start of the week, and that usually will carry us out. People still order throughout the week, but likely probably no stream Friday.
Yeah, most people tend to buy
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong, yeah. Or is there? Yeah. How much do you for Fortnite? Ah! Wouldn't be able to tell you
Dues?
exactly.
How much dues?
I think it's like how much FPS does it get?
Ah.
Thank you for the stream. Excellent as always, guys.
A plus plus. Thank you, 5 stars.
Let's see with a 5070. Oh,
How much FPS? So actually, something useful that you can do while we're not here is on our website, certain SKUs will have FPS counters. Take this with a grain of salt. Obviously, it's gonna change from time to time. There's always getting updates. You know, Windows updates are always happening. But what you can do is find a similar SKU to a computer that you spec, or if you're just gonna straight up buy a pre-built SKU. Some of our sale listings have actual FPS on it for Fortnite, Forza, and like a couple other random games. Valorant as well, I'm pretty sure. So yeah.
Memorial Day sale next week? I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
If not, code Kelsey for affiliate. Help you out.
KELCY.
I don't know why that sounded like a cheer. K-E-L-S-E-Y. Kelsey. I don't know why. Yeah.
Woo!
Alright, folks. Well, with that, we're going to get out of here. So, bye.